Hi everyone, my bed's not made because I took a nap, and this shirt says celebrating the perfect six, and I could have a whole story behind why it says that, but nobody cares. Okay. And it doesn't have real Greek, by the way. It's just like sounded out pronunciation, real Greek. Transliteration? I don't know. Anyway. Okay, so God murders so many people in the Bible, so it's hypocritical. Okay, it's completely hypocritical if there wasn't one distinct difference. As a Christian, it is believed that I do not own my body, I do not own my soul or my life, I did nothing to earn it, it is something given. It is known that one who can create a human mind is greater than one, correct? Yes. And also more knowledgeable than one, too. As you have heard, God is all-seeing, God is everywhere, etc. He contains the whole picture. He can see it all. This is why he is the only one who can judge a person justly. Only God can judge me. Popular phrase right there. I think even Miley Cyrus has said that one. It is believed God is all good. It is believed he has many innumerable reasons which we do not know for why he does many things and has created certain things to be a certain way. Now, I've had family members who've died, and I'm sure other people in the audience have too. I'm sure. Lots of people become angry at death, and death must be in the world after original sin. After all, the sins that continue to happen. Now, I could shout at God saying he murdered my relative, or did he? Or did he grace me with that relative's life for a generous amount of years that I could have just never had in the first place, you know? Now, with all the terrible things that happen, it is traditional and custom and wise to pray that God let good come from it in some way. In asking, God says we shall receive, if it is good for us, which he ultimately knows if it's good for us since he sees the whole picture. Now, God creates. Life is his. He is the source of life, like a fire is the source of the heat it radiates. In the long run, sometimes we may never know exactly what good God brought from death or the bad things, but sometimes we do get to witness it on earth, Again, sometimes we will never know what the good exactly is that he's brought from it until heaven. Now that's the Christian trust in God, that he will always bring good from things if we ask him to, whether we will witness those things here on earth that he brings forth or not. Now, murder is to take life unjustly, but God is perfectly just. For, once again, he can see all and judge most perfectly because he knows everything about the situation. Now, 2, life is his and is gifted to us, and is it a sin for a giver to stop giving a free gift? Now, deep, deep reasons unseen are behind death sometimes, like why do babies die? There are many human assumptions for this, but we know God has the just answer. For who was more pure than a child? God's pure Son, whom he sent to earth. Jesus was so pure that he was the perfect sacrifice for the sake of the world. He least deserved death more than anything that ever lived. He was God. So do babies die too, even though they are so undeserving of death? So do babies die too, even though they are so undeserving of death? There is a holy similarity between the death of Christ and the death of all the innocents of the world. There is a very, very well-known book in the Catholic world called Imitation of Christ, and I think of this beautiful book and its title as I say, "Blessed are the innocents who share in a death by the sins of the world like Jesus, both for the sake of a sinful world."